Hello, Cancer, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your recent past, current energy, and immediate future, answering the question, what is your biggest blockage to your abundance right now? As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the oracle cards and clarified those. I have the overall energy for the reading and the tarot deck already shuffled that we'll be diving into, as well as the decks for the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. All right, Cancer. I almost said Scorpio. I just did Scorpio, but these are all shuffled for Cancer, I promise. All right, in your recent past, you have meditate and contemplate with the Eight of Swords in reverse. You are currently in an energy of trying to break yourself out of some pretty intense limiting beliefs about yourself, about where you're headed, about what you want, about what's possible for you. And I feel like it's been pretty challenging because I feel like you've had to face a lot of maybe fear of failure or fear of being alone or just those pretty intense, deep fears that, kind of exist in all of us. Now, in your current energy, you have emotions are running high with the Five of Pentacles. I feel like you are really experiencing some sort of a loss right now. And it has been a very emotional time for you. I'm not quite sure what this is in relation to. I don't know because it's a material loss of some sort, something physical. And I feel like you're not really sure whether or not things are going to get better. And I feel like that's the biggest block in terms of your mentality right now, because your immediate future is believe in the impossible with the Three of Wands in reverse. So what you're wanting, the life of your dreams, it's just very outside of your comfort zone. And I feel like you feel maybe in your current energy like you've lost or are losing the life of your dreams. But then your overall question to focus on, gnarly itch on my nose, is am I focused on what I am losing or gaining? Are you focused on what is gone, or are you focused on what can come your way? Because I feel like there's a lot of good that you are currently opening yourself up to through whatever the loss that you're experiencing is like. It's opening up your energy, because when we have things in our life that don't align with us, we do have to experience the loss of those to be able to attract what does align with us. But let's see here. Recent past for Cancer, clarifying meditate and contemplate with the Eight of Swords in reverse. This is for Cancer's recent past. Recent past for Cancer, please. Recent past for Cancer, please. Woo, 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 woo. Okay. The Six of Swords in reverse. The Two of Wands here. This is about your path. I feel like this is about a whole path. Because I feel like you've been stuck experiencing a lot of the same old same. And I feel like your intuition is trying to move you to some sort of a new path here that better aligns with you and your soul. But I feel like because you're moving toward a new path, you're having to either walk away from or lose what you once thought was your path. And I feel like that's been the hardest thing for you right now, because I don't necessarily feel like this loss is like the loss of anything that aligns with you in a way. Because I feel here like you've been investing in things that maybe don't really invest back in you as much. And I feel like that's ultimately what's needing to transform here. All right, recent past for Cancer. This is for Cancer's recent past. You need to change your perspective on what it is you deserve here, Cancer. Because I feel like you've been trying to create a life for yourself that doesn't align with what you deserve. It aligns with what you think you need, but not with what makes you happy. And I feel like that's why if you're experiencing some sort of a loss, it's because it's trying to move you toward a new beginning here. You have the Fool in reverse with the Wheel of Fortune, like a very positive new beginning, but your perspective on what you deserve needs to change because your recent past was a lot of investing in things that, like I said, like didn't invest in you, or like not putting yourself first, your happiness first, your dreams first, your goals first. Recent past for Cancer, please. Recent past for Cancer. There you are. See, what this is about, you moving forward past stagnancy, because see the Two of Swords in reverse with the Empress in reverse. I feel like you've known that this path that you've been on isn't the right one for you. I feel like you've known that, like in your soul. Maybe not like on a conscious level, but on some level you've known this. Because you probably were experiencing a lot of burnout. A lot of feeling like you always give but never receive. And it really was the universe here trying to push you toward like a new path. Something that resonates more with your soul. And ultimately something that is reciprocal, something that provides for you as much as you provide for it. Current energy here for Cancer, clarifying emotions are running high with the Five of Pentacles. Current energy for Cancer. Current energy for Cancer here. This is for Cancer's current energy. This is for Cancer's current energy, please. This is you not putting yourself first again, this Empress in reverse. And it's starting to trigger you. It's starting to really affect you. I feel like you might have started with like feeling a little triggered by it, but now it's starting to affect you even more. Like feeling like really frustrated or resentful because you feel like you're not being chosen or like a priority. Like you're not, but the thing is, you're not being made a priority because you're not making yourself a priority. Let me get more here for Cancer. There is an opportunity out here. An opportunity here that has the potential to make you very happy. Some sort of an opportunity that makes you feel like has the potential to make you very happy. But let me get more on this Five of Coins. Because you're focusing more on some sort of a loss here instead of what you have to gain. Clarifying this Five of Pentacles. So you could experience other people not making you a priority because there's a level of you not making yourself one. Okay, this is the second time we've seen this Page of Swords. There's the Five of Pentacles, and then this High Priestess keeps showing its head with the Four of Cups. Okay. You're not speaking up for yourself, Cancer. You're not speaking up for yourself. You're not setting, like, I don't know even if it's necessarily setting boundaries, but you're not. Oh, it's almost like, and I really get this. It's like you expect other people to just show up for you, right? To make you a priority, to put you first, because you expect other people to have the same intentions as you do. Now, that doesn't mean that other people have bad intentions. It just means that their intentions might not be the same as yours, and you start to take that personally because you feel like, well, they should have been there for me, or they should have showed up for me, or they should have done this, that, and the other thing. And it's like, well, did you ask them? Did you tell them? Did you set an expectation, right? Did you set a boundary? Did you say it's either you show up for me or I'm gone? You put me as a priority, or I'm not going to make you a priority anymore. Like it feels like there's this need to learn that you've got to ask for what you want. You have to be willing to ask for what it is that you deserve. But it almost feels like you you don't ask for it, and then you get upset when you don't receive it. But then there's like, and then, yeah, so then you start to feel a loss, because you start to feel like take it personally. And I get it. I get why. But don't take it personally. Use it as like information moving forward. So be able to say, okay, if this is the way you're going to treat me, if this is how I am as a priority to you, I'm going to adjust my priorities accordingly. And now I know that next time, here's how I make, this a priority. Because I feel like there's a lot of overgiving in this energy, and being upset when other people don't reciprocate that, when they don't give as much as you do. But there's a level of you giving more than you need to. Current energy here for Cancer. You don't have to give more than just who you are. Like, it feels like you're, okay, hang on. I want Queen of Cups again. I mean, you're just feeling super emotional right now. I feel like that's making it hard to really think clearly, and I get it. But your boundaries are really lacking, Cancer, and it feels like that's why, because whatever this loss is, well, I want more on this Five of Pentacles again. I want more on this Five of Pentacles. What is this Five of Pentacles talking about? What is this Five of Pentacles talking about? What is this loss? Something you're not making a decision about. It's like you feel upset when other people, like you feel a loss, a deep loss when other people don't return and reciprocate the energy that you give them. And this could be not just one person, but like across the board, friendships, like relationships. And I feel like the biggest lesson here is to realize that you're not demanding what it is you deserve. And I feel like you're not doing that because you're afraid of the loss associated if someone doesn't respect your boundaries. But boundaries are the key to the insight in whether or not somebody deserves to be in your life. If you set a boundary and someone doesn't respect that, that's how you know they didn't respect you. They benefited more from you not having boundaries than, you just being who you are. And so I feel like this is about learning to stand up for yourself without expecting, because the thing is if you choose yourself and you do experience loss, because that does happen. When you start setting boundaries in your life, you will lose friends and family members and relationships. You will. Possibly even jobs, but you open the door to gain what it is that is meant for you. That's the ultimate lesson here. You are not losing what's meant for you. You're losing what isn't aligned with you by speaking up and setting your boundaries. And then you're opening the door for what can come towards you, for what does align with you. All right, let's shift gears. We have immediate future for Cancer, clarifying believe in the impossible with the Three of Wands in reverse. But you're going to have to step outside of your comfort zone to receive what it is you deserve. And I feel like that's going to be putting yourself first. And I feel like putting yourself first is very uncomfortable for you. Immediate future here for Cancer. This is literally saying you need to start setting boundaries with the people around you. This is what this is saying. And you know what? With the Tower here, you're going to lose some people. Maybe you already have. But you're not going to lose anybody that is meant to be in your life. Because think of your energy field as like a cup, and this is all of the energy that you can have in your life. And if 25, whatever percent, but we're gonna go with, if 25% of that is being given away to people that don't reciprocate, well then 25% of your energy is being given and not received. So you are lacking 25% of your energy because it's not, you're giving it out to people or to situations that don't reciprocate, and you're not receiving anything back. So once you get rid of that 25%, you open that 25% for situations that do reciprocate, that do provide you with the energy that you're deserving of. But you have to get, because again, you only have this much in your cup that you can give, right? You only have so much in a cup. And if so much of that is being given to people in situations that don't give back to you, you will be pouring from an empty cup. And so it's really important that you realize that your boundaries are going to be the most important act of self-care that you could ever give yourself, because it weeds out the people and situations that will not reciprocate and ultimately have no intention of it, that benefit the most from you not having boundaries. Immediate future here for Cancer. Immediate future for Cancer, please. Don't focus so much on, because here's the thing, you have been so separated, Cancer, from yourself. You've been giving away so much of your energy to your responsibilities and your relationships and receiving very little back. And that isn't because you don't deserve to receive. It's because you're investing your time and energy in things that don't deserve to have you. And not all of them, not all of the things in your life, absolutely not. But a big portion of what you're giving to isn't giving back to you. And then you turn around to get really frustrated about that because you start to feel this loss and you start to feel this lack of respect, and you feel very triggered by it, and you get very angry and almost like resentful towards certain people and situations in your life because you can't understand why they won't give you what you deserve. And the thing is, a lot of those people don't have any intention of doing that. And so that's where you have to be really willing to lose what doesn't serve you so that you can open the door for what does. And the biggest limiting belief that you have, I feel like, is that those are ever going to be replaced, that they're never going to be replaced, that you're always going to be at a lack. If you lose what's currently in your life, that you're always going to be at a lack. And that's just not true. Immediate future for Cancer. There's the breakthrough. Okay. Ace of Swords with the Six of Cups. You need to really think back, and I feel like this will give you a lot of insight. Think back to all of the relationships that you've had. And this was a really helpful exercise for me whenever I was going through kind of this similar lesson, was looking at all of the relationships that fell apart in your life, friends, family members, coworkers, like anyone. And think about the common denominator. What was the thing that drove you to the edge of that relationship falling off? And I bet you're going to discover that you didn't feel like they gave you as much as you gave them. Because I feel like that's where you're going to start to uncover this pattern of giving in relationships without even expecting to receive. And so when you don't receive, you give more. And you think that if you give more, then eventually you'll receive. And when that doesn't happen, you give even more. And you give so much of yourself until you have nothing left to give. And then all of a sudden, it feels like a loss because you feel like you can't do it anymore. And that's a pattern here, Cancer. This isn't something that I feel like is new. I feel like it's, and this could be like with jobs too, like you overgive until you can't give anymore because you're so drained. And I feel like your immediate future is breaking out of that habit, stepping out of your comfort zone, starting to set boundaries for yourself, and realizing that you are going to lose some people, but the people that you do lose are the people that weren't supposed to be there in the first place. And that usually is where you start to find the freedom of realizing, oh my gosh, I don't have to settle for these kinds of relationships. I am allowed to have relationships that resonate with my soul, that resonate with me, and that ultimately give me just as much as I give them. All right, Cancer, we're going to hop on over to the extended. I am going to clarify these messages as well as jump into some advice. I feel like we're going to dive a little bit more into your past and see where this stems from. So any information for that is in the description box below. Thank you guys so much, as always, for the support of my channel, especially, just those of you that keep returning and that purchase extended, even if you don't purchase extended readings, I don't care. But just thank you for the comments and the love that you guys give me. It really does mean more to me than you know. And the fact that I get to do this for a living it's beyond me. I mean, it's such a blessing. So thank you guys for making that possible. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. Bye, Cancer.